Okay, let's do another bookshelf tour. We're deep into comic book territory here. Not deep. Well, we're embarking on. This could be kind of a slightly dense tour in more ways than one. Some parts hopefully will go quicker than others. First is another collection of Mickeys by Tony Millionaire, which I showed in the last one. Those were the little individual kind of panels. These have got more kind of rough newsprinty feel to them, with the comics, which is kind of like, it gives you that feel of like old newspapers that been collected together. Though I can't imagine. Well, there's probably some alternative weekly that would carry the scabrous tales of Mickeys in them. Um, I'm Here's Mickey's. I'm the ape talking to the crow. I'm gonna teach you something about battle, crow. The best way to overcome the fear of fire. And he shoots. They're rushing by on a ship that's on wheels, going by a guy with some birds with a cannon which shoots at them. The best way to overcome the fear of fire, crack, is to be burned to death, which sort of sums up the Mickey's creed of like the only way to face fear is to die. um, and then below it has even tinier little things. Some poets. I have written the shortest poem ever. Hi, I'm the poem. Uh, the poem needn't rhyme. Mine is the shortest. Hi, I'm a um, waste of you waste time with silly words. This is the shortest poem, which is a blank piece of paper. Um, you tangle you you tangle your poetry with time-consuming thought. I haven't written the shortest poem ever. And then he shoots himself. Bang! At the very final little thing. Yes, just what you need is the guy reading the funny papers to you, the funny, bleak, black, nihilistic papers to you, which that's my favorite thing to do. Speaking of semi-nihilism, this is I, Leonardo by Ralph Steadman. Steadman is probably best known for his illustrations of Hunter S. Thompson's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and indeed he's done a lot of other kind of illustrations. This is sort of it is a biography of Leonardo DiCaprio, of Leonardo da Vinci, and is gets kind of into some surprisingly kind of deep and melancholy and scarbarous areas, which with a highly kind of, I guess, scratchy, splatterpunky sort of sort of uh, sort of thing. Also, slightly sacrilegious. There's Leonardo with a little halo, trying to invent a way of walking on water, um, ending in and a book that is going that ends in sort of a dark madness, kind of like the sad final days of Leonardo. Who knows if it's truthful? It is just one artist reaching across the ages to another artist, and I quite enjoy it. I guess that's Leonardo is. I think it's Leonardo is Christ, as imagined by Ralph Steadman. So yes, another fun. That's like kind of gives you that scope of where you can go with where you can go with your 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 comic books. Another guy I enjoy is Crumple. Not Crumple, is Dave Cooper. Crumple, um, which are essentially grotesque, um, finally kind of intricately cartoony worlds where invariably a kind of a pathetic protagonist seems to be entrapped in a world with very fleshy women, and is emasculated and is is tormented. You know, general confusion of male sexuality. Again, I guess I would put it as, if I'm going to categorize stuff. Um, you know, it's got there. I love the grotesquerie. I love the I love just kind of the manifestations of an artist's inner world, that is not concrete, that is not representational. It's but is also still a story, as well. I like my dreams to have story logic to them. Um, this is definitely kind of more on that whole thing of Weasel. It's about kind of the artist's an artist's obsession with kind of a certain kind of male form, certain female form, um, which it's got more to do with the male psychology than it does. It is all about the male psychology. Is probably why I'm interested in it. Um, uh, but I don't know. I don't know. There's something about these sort of works that really uh, that really appeal to me. That really just, yeah, that uh, touch in some part of my psyche, which I don't know. It's there, and it's something that you don't want to, you know. I think it's good. I think it's good that it gets expressed. Doesn't need to be the entire conversation, and I, you know, welcome that in all sorts. I, as especially when I was buying these as a dude in my 20s and 30s, probably, for some reason it was, I don't know if it was a comfort or enabling. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. It was something that was there that helped people my own mind, my own brain with stuff. We got, various. We got Snot Girl, which I don't think I ever got into. I think I love the covers of these, and I like the ideas. Um, Kind of the idea, kind of media and stuff like that. Didn't really get into them though, so I just have Snot Girls #1 and #2. So they've just hung on. Oh, I've got my Zippy Anarchy in Absurdistan. Somebody who is able to kind of express very kind of intellectual, kind of playful thoughts, but within the, again, a kind of a 3-strip comic, using a lot of different styles. This is, God, Bill Griffith, kind of very kind of classic kind of alternative comics guy, but one actually who didn't get kind of fall down the sexuality rabbit hole, which so many of us do. He had kind of bigger ideas, bigger fish to fry, much less personal loathing and troubles with sexuality, and more kind of wider scope. Really a guy worth checking out. His clownish pinhead figure wandering through a bizarre reality. Yeah. There's that. Is this more? And then we get into Dave Collier, who is a Canadian artist. Definitely on the kind of the more crude, kind of handmade scale. This is like a notebook, artist notebook of just sort of general images and thoughts. I've got a couple of these from Robert Crumb, who we'll get to later. Large Robert Crumb collection. But yeah, I'll talk. Let's see if I've got other. Well, somewhere coming up, I'll have more Dave Collier to discuss. I don't know have much to discuss about that. Then we've got just an issue of the Swamp Thing. I've got the collected issues of the Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is a great kind of ecological work by Alan Moore, Rick Vetch, and Alfred Akana. Yeah, they're we'll get into those later. I'm not going to pull that out of the bag at the moment. There's a lot of Alan Moore that I really enjoy. 00, which is beginning this issue, The Chuckling What's It by R. Sala, which the 00 is actually a compendium of variety of different artists. I think it is. Who is it? Who does it? I think it was Spiegelman. I get the sense of Spiegelman. This one is, yes, Trashman by Spain and Algernon Backwash. The Chuckling What's It, Chapter 1 by Richard Sala. Homunculus, His Origins by Mac White. Glenn Head, David Mizuki. Richard Stack, David Collier. Carboy. So definitely a compendium of all the kind of different alternative alt artists collected in a comic book form, which I don't think lasted too terribly long. There's some Evil Eyes. There's a bit of Richard Sala with his again cute lithesome girls getting menaced by the evil within, and then there's Peculiar on the back having her adventures. Yes, and glorious kind of woodcut black and white, which is lots of fun stuff. I think I did a whole video on that. This is Fantastic Four. Was it? It is number 245. Yes, one of these kind of in-betweener ones of the Fantastic Four, that supergroup family, original supergroup family that's fallen on very hard times with all the terrible movies made of it. Sue Storm fighting the ultimate destruction, which is her little son, who gets the all grown up suddenly treatment, at least for a little while. And let's finish off with this, The Savage Sword of Conan. I think I came into contact with these magazines originally because a friend of mine's older brother had a whole big collection of them, and I took great delight going through them. They were, and I have to say, it was, for the great artwork, but it was also just for which is like it's some stunning artwork there. Just great stuff. Great depictions. The Queen Witch of Yamata, which is Roy Thomas, the writer, and John Buscema and Ernie Chan, the illustrators. Which I think I know John Buscema from his kind of runs on like Spider-Man. That's probably when I was into superhero comics. Someone like John Buscema was definitely one of the dudes that I loved. This one having all sorts of depiction of people from the Middle East, I think Chinese, and probably done in not too terribly sensitive of fashion. Yes. Whoa. Check out that codpiece. And God, Thomas. So and then lesser artists in the back, but that's your classic Savage Sword of Conan cover that sold probably a lot of covers. All right, I will stop there, and we will continue on. We'll see if I say anything of actual value, or if I'm just kind of showing off my comics to you and trying to justify all the questionable choices I made in what I collected. But that's what I have for right now. More videos later.